everyone, it's NightFury, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the looks from the first movie from the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. So before we start, just so you know, all the dragons will be down in the description, so you can skip to them if you want. And just so you know, all of these dragons, or at least over half of them, come in different shades and colors, so you can color them however you want, and you can also make them however you want with different colors and features and all kinds of things like that. You don't have to stick exactly with these looks. Now, of course, we are going to start with the best of these dragons and everyone's favorite, Toothless. And for this look, I usually use the otter because it has the best body form, but I also like to use the red panda because it has the second best body form, and I like it quite a lot. Now, for the otter's look, I used the black version of Juno's helmet, black wings, and the red version of the feather tail, along with black yeti claws. And for the colors, you can just do solid black. You can make scales, but I think there's already enough gray on him to make it fine, so you don't need to add anything else. I usually do blue scales on the red panda. So as you can see, here we have the red panda, and on this look I really like to do the alpha look because the blue scales are really nice. And as you can see, I don't have Juno's helmet because the ears are plenty big enough, and I also have a silver chain to be like Hiccup's saddle on Toothless, and I don't have the yeti claws. I skipped on these ones because they don't look as good on the red panda as they do on the otter. They kind of look a little bit blocky. And as you can see, the tail is big and poofy, not exactly like Toothless, so that's another reason why I like the otter look better than this one. But this one is quite adorable, as you can see. The main colors are black and blue if you want to do alpha mode, and gray if you just want to do normal, but I usually do gray and alpha mode on the red panda because, as I said before, the otter doesn't do so good with these because it kind of makes it look a bit cluttered. And next up we have the deadly NADDER, and for this look I like to use a flamingo. It works pretty well, and the second animal that I would use if I didn't have a flamingo is the kangaroo. For this look, I would suggest using the ice helmet because obviously it's nice and spiky and it looks like the crest of a deadly NADDER. And then I would use a bone tail because there's not really any other tails that look spiky and are also white. And I also use a tie-dye shirt, and you can use the tie-dye shirt in any color. I think it just does really well where it is on the flamingo because it makes it look like a deadly NADDER's stripes, and particularly stormflies. Now, for the deadly NADDER, as I said in the beginning, you can use basically any shades, color combinations, because they come in pretty much every color that's of the rainbow. They don't really come in black or whites, mostly blues, yellows, green, a little bit of pink, stuff like that. Now for dragon number 3, we have the monstrous nightmare, and really the best animal for this all around is the crocodile. Now for this dragon, I would use black gazelle horns and folding wings. You can use regular wings, but these ones just look nice because since monstrous nightmares don't have any front feet, I think the folding wings kind of blend in nicely with the legs so that it's not super obvious that it has 4 legs instead of just 2. Now, I like to use shades of red and brown for this dragon, though as I said with the other ones, you can use blues, greens, and all that kind of stuff. And for the pattern, zigzags look good. I think fire did well, or was it moons? I can't remember which one, but I don't usually use scales when I try to make this look. So up next we have the hideous ZIPPLEBACK. For this dragon, I would usually use a llama or maybe a giraffe. I think those two would look pretty well. Obviously, you can't get something with 2 heads, so that doesn't really work if you want to kind of convey your message to other jammers about what you are. And for this look, I like to use the salmon tannish, I guess you'd call it a peachy tan horns. And the folding wings look very well for ZIPPLEBACK wings in the green color. And I also use a green and tan stegosaurus tail, though you can't really see it in the picture right now, and rare green and yellow elf bracelets, and I think altogether it makes a pretty nice look. So for the hideous ZIPPLEBACK, it can come in any colors from the shades of dark green, to light blue. Blue zipplebacks are particularly pretty, and as you can see, I just used the common barf and belch look, which looks fairly nice. So next up we have the Gronkle. This is a very simple dragon, doesn't use a lot of items obviously, and I like to use a panda for this look since it's kind of big, bulky, it just looks overall pretty well. And you can see clearly that the only items are homemade wings in the brown shade. This dragon varies from any color from yellow to green to browns to blues. So there's a lot of things that you could use for it. I did the meat lug look, and I used some dark purple grayish color for this, as you can see. I think it works well with it because meat lug doesn't have all brown, it's kind of a grayish purpley for her scales. And next up we have a Terrible Terror. This is a really hard dragon to make because there aren't really any animals in Animal Jam that have a Terrible Terror look about them, so I decided to use this sloth. If you guys have any better animal that looks better with this look, write it down in the comments and I'll be sure to look and see. But yeah, I used black gazelles, some green wings, and a green and tan stegosaurus tail for this look. It's pretty simple. You can't really tell that it's a Terrible Terror. Again, there are many variations of this dragon. I did the green, brown, and tan one that snuggles up to Hiccup in the first movie, just because that seemed the best to me. I liked it the most. It seemed the most common to that species, but yeah, they come in all different colors. And last but certainly not least, we have the Red Death. And for this dragon, I definitely want to use a polar bear. It's one of the biggest and most closely looking animals to the movie. And I think the homemade wings look nice and tattered. They don't match the colors as dark as I wish they could be, and I need the dragon tail in purple, so if you guys have that, it'd look a lot better than black and red. And the monster claws, those would look better in their purple form too. And also the monster teeth are just, monster teeth. You can't really see what color they are, but for the Red Death, it isn't actually really red. I like to use a dark navy blue and a kind of pinkish, tannish, I guess you'd call that, belly. And for the scales, I used nice red ones because I thought that stayed pretty true to the movie. And as you can see, unlike all the other dragons, the eyes are gray because in the movie they are gray. And unfortunately, I couldn't find something with 3 eyes that looked good on it. But I think this does pretty well. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions on how to make these looks better, then please comment down below, and don't forget to like this video because that would help me out a whole lot, and subscribe and join the Night Furies. Oh, and in case I don't see you again, good morning, good evening, and good night, Fury.